Hello everyone and welcome to another Parsec tournament over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria. I'm your host, Blue Discord, and today's official tournament for the weekend for Parsec Tournaments Galleria is Geometry Wars Galaxies for the Nintendo Wii. So, for those who don't know, that Geometry Wars was originally a small minigame that was played on Project Gotham Racing 2 that the creators Bizarre Creations did make at the time. I think it was just to test out the twin analog sticks in part of the minigame for the game, which most of the fans did enjoy it and they wanted more of it, and then it actually got released onto Xbox Live Arcade, which I believe was 2007 for Geometry Wars Retro Evolved as its standalone game. So then afterwards, since that was really a popular game on Xbox Live Arcade, it started to become a phenomenon whereby it actually created its own series. So after Geometry Wars Retro Evolved was Geometry Wars Galaxies, which was an actual spin-off for Geometry Wars Retro, which is the tournament we're actually playing today. And then afterwards, that's when they actually created their sequel, Geometry Wars Retro Evolved 2, which I believe is like the best in the series. in terms of what the fans think. And then after that, a couple years later, they was given to Activision, and then Activision made the game Geometry Wars 3. And I've never played the game, but the way how it looked very different to what Bizarre Creations would have made. I don't even know if Bizarre Creations was in planning with the game, but that is kind of the history behind Geometry Wars Galaxies. But why is Geometry Wars Galaxy being done as a tournament over Parsec Tournaments Galleria? Which is kind of simple, really, because this will be our first ever arcade style Parsec tournament. So as I've said many times before from other videos, is that we're trying to generate different genres over here at Parsec Tournaments Galleria, whether it be shooting, racing, boxing, whatever, any genre, and we're just trying to navigate and see what the community likes. If the community likes these types of games, then we will flush out more games like this in the future, because there's a bazillion of arcade games we can actually do over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria without a doubt, really. And this is a one of a kind, and I'm actually kind of glad that we can actually do this over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria and, you know, stretch our genres on the horizon, because, you know, we started with the whole shooters recently, and that's been going kind of well. And we tried last week with the rhythm games, Dance Dance Revolution Extreme, which, by the way, I had a lot of DMs from last week, and people was like, yeah, I want to play and stuff, but, you know, sadly enough, they didn't join the tournament. However, there was interest for more rhythm games. And then this week, there was a bunch of guys over at the Geometry Wars Discord server that was interested, but I don't think they was understanding of how Parsec works, which, you know, by the way, our Discord server, we try to make sure that people now understand what Parsec is. That's one of our main goals and stuff, is that we create a new community. It's not really a Parsec community, but it's a community that we do tournaments through Parsec, and we're trying to get new people to actually understand the clearance of Parsec games and stuff. So we did try to teach a couple people about what Parsec is from the Geometry Wars community. I believe that they wanted more of these tournaments, even though they're kind of busy. But all I can say to them is that, you know, this is our official tournament. We do this tournament, and then if people want this game to be done as a tournament again, then all they have to do is take part in a few of our tournaments, and then they'll have their own game of choice, which they can choose whatever game they want. I mean, yes, Geometry Wars 2 and 3 is technically still viable on the list for official tournaments, but we don't know when that could be done. And that's really up to the person's fate. When they do take part in these tournaments, they can actually choose an actual time and date for their style of choice of a tournament, and we're more happy to do so, as long as it can actually be done on Parsec, which 9 times out of 10 it can be done if it's a local multiplayer game. An online multiplayer game may be kind of difficult to try and do something around it. There is some methods around it, and of course some certain games that have to be done in certain platforms. Yes, it can be done, but at the same time we'll have to know which game it is. But that's the beauty of it, is that we try to do any game of your choosing, and then we also let you know if it can be done or not, so then you have plenty of other choices, because I don't believe no one in this world just has that one game that they just play all the time. Like, there's bazillion of games, and we can do it on Parsec as well. So yeah, that is really it. And on top of it, we also just do official Parsec tournaments every week that is decided by the team, and once the tournament is done, then we do a different game. And right now we're just trying to go through all these different types of games. I know that fighting games is usually the most popular genre when it comes to Parsec tournaments, which we try to do at least one official fighting game per month, which next week will be the start of July, and you know, hint hint, we will be having a fighting game tournament. I won't say what it is. I can say what is the game of choice for next week though, that we will be doing, which will be Dead or Alive 5. So lo and behold, we will be doing 2 fighting games tournaments that week, and Dead or Alive 5 is a classic on Parsec. It's a really big game on Parsec. It's actually really loved from the Dead or Alive community, and that's all I can say. I mean, personally, I am a fan of Dead or Alive. Not too much of a fan, but I have played all the games in Dead or Alive series, and it'll be a great tournament. But yeah, moving on, let's actually go over to the challenge bracket and the rules for today's tournament. Really, there isn't really anything special in terms of the rules, really. as it is. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to just read it off as it is on the screen. So the rules are as follows. It will be a double round elimination tournament. Each round will be first 2 and grand finals will be first 3. There isn't any characters, there isn't any stages. You go into the multiplayer mode and pretty much you just ready up, and then both you guys on the screen, and you shoot down everything around you. And I believe to win a round or win a game, you just have to have the highest score at the end. So even if one person dies first and then the other person is still there, they can still survive until whenever. And they just, all they have to do is get a higher score than the other person, and then they win the round. That's generally it. So it's up to the opponents of how they do it. So it is more of a score attack, and on top of it is survivability as well. So the longer the change in rallies goes, the harder the game it will be. And on top of it, there's someone going to be right next to you. So if you do have the green guys on the cross of the screen and stuff, you can kind of cheat out and shoot it the way to the other person that you're facing. So because, you know, the green guy always tried to dodge your beam shots until you kind of trap in a quarter, then it just blows up. So that's kind of the end of the game, really, of around that. But yeah, let's actually just look into who's actually taking part in today's tournament for Geometry Wars Galaxy. So in round 1 we will have TheOmen versus Gamer-animefan, and then the second match of round 1 will be Blue Discord versus Torao. So Blue Discord, me. And then blah blah blah, winners and finals, and that is pretty much it. So just to kind of recase the participants, so TheOmen, Gamer-animefan and Torao have all been 3 consistent members over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria. Kind of a tribute to show that they have been enjoying themselves over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria, and they have joined a lot of tournaments. Gamer-animefan will be hosting the Dead Alive 5 tournament next week, by the way, just to add that. I'm kind of curious how well they will do in arcade games and how good they are with arcade games. This is the first time I'll ever see them play an actual arcade game, so be interesting to see how well they will do in this game. Actually, I love arcade games. I play a lot of Shrubs and shooters and stuff, so I don't need to doubt about myself. I want to see how well these guys do and see what really in terms of positions will go and stuff. So it'll be great to see what knowledge from other games they have, or even knowledge from previous Geometry Wars games they have, and just to see how well they will actually do. But yeah, that's enough about me, really. I'm actually going to head over to the voice channel to speak with the participants, actually. So we can actually get started, because it's going to be about 6 minutes till we start, and then yeah, we can actually get going. So bear with me a moment, I'm actually going to switch over. Okay, so I'm in the voice channel with the participants, Gamer-animefan, TheOmen, and Torao. So guys, has any of you guys played any game in the Geometry Wars series?
No, I didn't.
I got an F in geometry, but not really.
Okay, if you guys haven't played Geometry Wars, have you seen any gameplay of Geometry Wars at all?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a hell shooter. It's a hell shooter, something like that.
You could say that.
Yeah.
You could say that because initially today we will be putting against each other a Shrub shooter whereby it's all about survivability, and the way to win is that the highest score wins. So I know that Torao, you know, you do a lot of casual sessions, and then sometimes some of your participants try to say a game like Raiden for like a top score or high score at the end of the day for level 1 and stuff. It is pretty much like that, but it's actually a multiplayer format in that way. So that is one thing you can kind of picture out and stuff around it. Let me actually mute Torao for now. Do let me know when his sound gets back to normal, because I think he was just arguing with his family there. But yeah, Gamer-animefan. Oh, what was that, Omen?
I believe he's arguing with his dad or something like that. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
it's subtitled.
Yeah, do let me know when his audio's back to normal. But yeah, Game Anime Fan. What's your experience with Geometry Wars?
I believe you and I did play it briefly, but I think that was Geometry Wars 2. I'm not exactly sure how much different Galaxies is compared to Geometry Wars 2. I'm assuming it's the same, relatively.
Same
Is
concept, yeah, same concept. But the thing is, though, Geometry Wars Galaxies is that it only has one multiplayer mode, and that's it. It's this whole survival mode. Geometry Wars 2 has multiple different multiplayer modes, but the issue with Geometry Wars 2 is the audio. Like, the audio doesn't come out unless we play a certain build on Xenia, or I have to play it through, I believe, Xbox Companion app. That is the only two ways. And Xbox Companion app will bring out more extra latency because I will be double streaming it in a way, so I try to avoid that essentially. Actually, one thing as well, Geometry Wars Galaxy does have a co-op mode whereby both participants can be in a Galaxy mode. I haven't really actually tested that out, but I remember did reading up about it that you can do a co-op mode around it. But yeah, how well do you think you'll be doing in this tournament then?
It really depends if I can just survive long enough, compared to my opponents. Really, that really is like the main highlight of it. It really just depends on just how well I can navigate as well, and then just see if I can really just prevent myself from getting blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's going to be a lot of shapes and colors. So that's one of the things.
So I want to know, like, in your personal opinion, who's going to be more of your enemy? The shapes and colors, or the actual opponent that you can be facing?
I honestly think, because the thing is like, I'm not going to be way too focused on what the opponent's doing. I'm mainly just going to be focused on, like, surviving on my end. Like, that's really, like, the main goal. Like, I don't really, usually I'm like, oh, I hope I don't get last place or whatever. But in this game, in this current situation, like, I know, some fighting games are coming out in the coming weeks. I know, Dungeon Fighter Duel is coming out, I think this week. I think it's coming out 28th or 27th.
Yeah,
one
of the two. Yeah.
But yeah, like, point being is, unlike fighting games where I have like a main goal is to not get last place, this one I'm really indifferent about. It's pretty much like a shooter. It's fun. There's a bunch of colors. That's mainly like going to be my main enemy, is the colors and shapes. And hoping, that they don't, like, claustrophobia just doesn't get over me, and it's like, oh my god, there's too many shapes, there's too many colors. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do, because, like, a lot of people, what I noticed is a lot of people tend to freeze up when they see so many shapes and colors just, flooding toward them. So.
Oh, so like a bullet hell kind of thing, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So, Omen, on your side, you've played a couple of bullet hells, like Torao and stuff, so you pretty much got experience even jumping into this game. So you should be pretty more at home playing at this game. But the only thing is, though, is that you're going to be playing against someone else in a multiplayer format. So I don't know if you've had any experience like playing someone in a bullet hell type of scenario against someone else for high score.
The only bullet hell that I played with someone over there is with Waterboy. Is the title of that? I can't remember over there, but I know it's in the casual events.
Okay.
Damn it, I don't remember.
No worries. So I have spun the participants around. So the first matchup is gonna be between Gamer-animefan and TheOmen.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna just get my Parsec up as well, and then whenever you guys are ready, you guys can connect. And then also I can just build up the game.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get
by the
started.
way, I actually saw Mugen stream on TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. It's a really good game, actually.
Oh yeah, we did discuss about it. I actually do want to pick up as well. I think. It's a great
yeah,
game.
that's right. I looked at it too. It's pretty fun. I haven't really had a chance to play it myself, but when I do, I'll just give it a go at some point.
All right, maybe we can play together over there, because since it's crossplay and everything.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's also 4 players as well.
I believe it's more than 4 players. Like guess it's up to like I don't know 8 or something like that. I don't know.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much just going to be prepping after this tournament. It's pretty much just going to be, I'm going to use whatever break time that I have on Sunday and Monday to kind of prep for that DOA 5, DOA 5 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay, I'm connecting.
Yeah, no worries.
Hold up, let me reload here. There we go.
Okay, let me just slow. Give me 1 second. I just gotta go.
Okie dokie. Actually, you know what? Let me go into the game first. And then if I do that, and then here we go. Alrighty, so let's have a look. Someone start pressing their buttons. Just press like A or B or something. So who's that pressing the A button?
That's Omen.
Okay, so that's
that
Omen.
would be me.
Okay, cool. Omen, player 1, and then oh yeah, we just need to do classic load, and then try pressing the button on your side, Robbie. Okay, that is all good. Yep. So we actually got it on the screen. It looks good. Alright, so you guys can start. Just hit versus.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Omen's
by
got
the
first
by the
control.
way, before you start, I just want to tell you guys the controls. So to move around, you use the left thumbstick. To shoot, use the right thumbstick as like a twin stick shooter. If you ever want to use your bombs, press the R2 button, and that is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually almost similar to Enter the Gungeon. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So whenever you're ready,
Yeah.
you guys can start.
Okay, now I'm beginning to understand.
Alright.
So at the top, you can see the amount of lives. So the actual shape of your ship
Oh,
is your
shit.
amount of lives, and then also on the right next to it is your bombs, and then on the top left and top right is your score. So the score is very important as well. So at the end, it will calculate the highest score, whoever won and stuff. So you guys have 2 chances. This will be a first to 2 at the end of the day. So make sure that you use as much bombs as possible. Use all your bombs until you die fully out. That is kind of the game, the goal. So
Ah, shit.
yeah, so right now, Robbie, I think you might be on the last life. I think it is 3 lives, the way how they do it.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. And also, once someone has died as well, basically, the other person as well can still keep on playing. So, let's just say if one person does die and the other person that is still keeping playing has a high score, you might as well just die. You might as well die just to speed things up, really. Because you
Right,
already
right.
won the round, really. That's what I can say. Also with this game as well, you can actually play with the nunchuck
It's
and
actually
controller.
really fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Is that a power-up?
No, no, it's no
I
power.
read into that, sorry. No.
Yeah, but yeah,
I forgot the main thing, yeah.
yeah. So Omen, what you can just do, you can just pretty much kill yourself because you actually won this, really.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so just leave the control and then yeah, that is pretty much it.
Wait.
I'll just do the score right now on the screen.
I forgot we don't have power-ups in this game.
Yeah, there's no power-ups. Yeah.
There we go.
So that is it, really. That is the concept. But yeah, that is 1-0, and yeah, you guys can hit continue and then do it again. You just have to go to multiplayer versus yeah, that's it.
This is, oh man, this really hits close to home. I mean, I played Enter the Gungeon before, but it was slightly different.
Oh yeah, Enter the Gungeon is a pretty cool game as well. I've always loved
Yeah,
those
it
type of twin stick shooters that was in the 7th and 8th generation. One of my favorite, it's not really a twin stick shooter, but it's like a shoot 'em up game, was a game called Strania. That was on Xbox Live Arcade and on PC. That was a really good game. I really enjoyed.
I think the best way for me to even get around is just wait and just keep focusing on my side while Omen focuses on his, and then just wait for one of us to slip up, because the game doesn't really end until we actually, because there's no timer here.
No, there's no timer. It's just a survivor type of game whereby last man standing wins with the highest score. That's it.
Yeah.
And one of the tricks as well, so while you guys are trying to shoot the green shape, you can see that it tries to run away from you, so you always have to try and corner it. Usually one of the tactics in this game for a multiplayer is to actually shoot the green guy towards the actual enemy player. And that is one way you can actually kill. I mean, it'll be interesting if we can actually see if we can get a game going over 100k. So if we actually do get a score over 100k, we'll actually see some really crazy shit in this game, really, whereby we see some wormholes going over everywhere, and then we just see a ton of enemies coming from all different angles.
I guess that's really the only way to stop you, Omen.
Oh yeah, by the way, in terms of your power-up question, Gamer-animefan, so basically the more score you do get, the stronger your weapon gets, which naturally would make sense because of the fact that there'll be more enemies. So I don't know what is the score mark, so maybe it might be 10k. Let's just see. If one of you guys do, yeah, so one of you guys did hit 10k, and now you can see that you guys got the rapid fire now.
Ah.
So naturally, the actual weapons do change in this game.
Ah, I see. This is.
Yep. Now I can see why this is gonna give me problems over time.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot. Did we actually have one person stream this, by the way, or you guys?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
damn,
Yeah,
I
I forgot it.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I don't think Torao's back anyway.
I'm back.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he'll be okay.
I'm here.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
Your volume's lowered on my side, so I can't really hear much.
but yeah, I mean, you know, next time when it's me against Torao, if Torao can stream on Discord.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Sound should be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, no problem on my side.
Oh, oh, Omen died.
No, he's alive. This is just the voice of being quiet.
What?
Shit. Oh shit, wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you don't destroy the wormhole in time, a ton of little tiny shapes come out of the thing and start hitting you guys, like, and it's like really fast. So I would advise you guys to try and blow up, because yeah, this is what happens. Like, too much. Well, it didn't happen as well, but you guys were lucky there that someone used the bomb there.
I did. I used the bomb because Omen's not using any of his.
But yeah, I believe is Omen the red guy. So I think Omen's on his last life. Yeah. So Gamer-animefans got 2 lives. Okay, what is going on? All right.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to commentate much because this is.
Yeah, it goes a bit hectic. I mean, you guys are halfway there. Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah. So
I survived.
you survived. You got higher score than Omen, so you can die really. That's good.
Okay. Whew.
Alrighty.
Man, this is close.
All right, so it's 1-1.
Ah, man, this is. Jeez. Very, very hectic. Once you pass that threshold of like 50k, that's. I mean, 10k you can still manage.
Yeah.
But once you get to like 50, that's when everything just starts hitting the fan.
It does. Yeah, it absolutely does.
We almost made to 100.
Yeah, you guys did actually. And the interesting thing as well is that you guys' score is pretty much the same as well. Because usually, whenever you play this with someone, usually one player is like always taking much of the score. But it's kind of even across it, because it feels like one of you guys are taking one side to destroy the enemies, and then the other person is taking the other corner to destroy the enemies. So it's kind of balancing out. Even though Omen is hit 1k before you, Gamer-animefan, you're kind of close to 1k anyway.
Yeah, I feel like right now we're just doing a more of a teamwork dynamic, and that's what's really causing us to, you know, kind of really being pretty much neck and neck. Because right now, you know, we're just trying to like not really necessarily watch each other's backs, but at the same time, it's like we need damn it. See, we need space. We need space for us to, you know, actually get some stuff done.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, it's pretty neck and neck.
I will say that though, like when it comes to over 100k, you guys will have to use your twin analog sticks to the best of your ability, because of the fact that if you do stay in one position, then you're just naturally gonna die. Naturally, the shapes do follow you wherever you go, as you can see, and they're much more slower at this period of time. But once it is above 100k, you'll see a lot of shapes following you all around, and then you have to run away from it and also create your own space as well. There is a way to get more bombs as well, so the highest score count you do have, so there's a certain rate that you have to get in terms of scores, and you will get extra bomb. And I think also you'll also get extra life as well, based on how much score you do get. But I think...
Oh, it's 1-1. 1-1, holy shit. We got match point.
The thing is though, I'm not too sure if you do die, it might reset the score count of you being able to get an extra bomb or an extra life. So that's another thing as well. So you might need to be like on a killing spree in a sense to probably get like 50k without dying to actually get an extra bomb and stuff, or an extra life.
I already used the last one of it, so now it's.
Oh, you got one more bomb on your side.
I do.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Shit.
But you guys are on the last life though. That's all I can say. Watch out for this. Oh, okay. That was a good bomb there. The blue diamonds aren't hard to kill, but naturally you guys are really cornered up and trapped up anyway. And watch out for the green guys as well. Oh! And who got it there?
That was Omen. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, was that Omen that got it?
No, Omen
Yeah,
died. Yeah, and I survived.
Okay, you survived. So you'll play... Okay, so yeah, you got the highest score as well, Gamer-animefan. So that means you advance to the next round.
Alright. Whew. Damn,
yeah, you guys can disconnect as well.
Damn, that was way more intense than I thought it would be.
And that's why I love bullet hells.
Next up will be between me and Torao. So Torao, whenever you're ready, you can connect to my PC.
Yeah, and Torao, could you stream it as well?
Sure. Just a moment.
Okie dokie. Torao's here. Just press the button for me, Torao. Thank you. Alrighty, so Torao, just to let you know, to move around you have to press the left thumbstick to move your ship around, and then to shoot you use the right thumbstick, and then to use your bomb you press R2.
Press or move?
Oh, to move, left thumbstick, and then to shoot you use the right thumbstick. And then yeah, that is pretty much it.
That's bullshit. How do you shoot with the right one?
Right, so you know how you're moving your left thumbstick? Do it the same way with your right thumbstick. So like hit right or left on your right thumbstick and you'll start shooting.
Yeah, I'm hearing clicking, but I don't think his is operable.
He was shooting before. That was weird.
That's what I was doing. Yes.
Yeah, he's just used the.
Yeah, he was
bomb.
using the right thumbstick, but I did see him shoot for a bit.
Nope. You're gonna have
Okay,
to
try the.
You're gonna have to set my right analog because I can't do shit like that. I move with the left, but not really do anything with the right.
Is your buttons changed? Like you got a different control scheme, right? Yeah, there you go. See, you can shoot.
Okay, I have to use the mode.
Yeah, there you go. We can restart then. Let's just restart.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're only shooting in one direction, so.
So let's just kill ourselves, really. and then we'll just start again.
Because I mean, Torao can only shoot in one direction depending on how he moves. So I don't think he'll be able to rotate a full 360 though.
I think he can now.
He can?
Yeah, yeah. See, he can do it.
I just decided not to.
Yeah, he just has to get used to it really, but yeah. Yeah, because I know that Torao has different modes of his controller, so depending on what mode he presses, changes the outcome of his buttons.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
I'm not too sure what is name of his controller, because I remember him and Kofi was talking about it a couple of months ago in the server.
Manga and Genesis.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't know if you agree with me with this, Torao, but I thought that this game will be kind of similar to the Tetris tournament that we did back in December. In a way.
I don't know, Blue, like, maybe I'm wrong about this, but, you know, depending on, like, I mean, do the shapes matter in terms of, like, you know, if you have, like, an enemy square or something, like, you know, get to you? Basically what I'm saying, since you have more of a, like, a Pac-Man C shape, do you have a slightly better chance of, like, you know, not getting hit compared to Torao, who has, like, a little pointy triangle at the end, so, like, the pieces reach him faster?
I'm not too sure, actually. They naturally, if they're given different shapes, then they would have different hitboxes. So
Yeah.
I would probably be at a disadvantage here because I'm more wider compared to Torao.
Yeah, I don't know, like the way they, well, either way, I feel like you guys are evenly matched, you know, in terms of shape, because, you know, with him, he has, you may be wider than him, but he also has like a, you know, pointy piece sticking out a little bit, so the shapes will be able to get to him a bit quicker. Either way, I don't know. I think we'll just have to wait until it hits, you know, a certain amount and then see which one's better. You'd still have to, like, you know, once this slows down, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Because, I mean, if it was, like, an advantage-disadvantage situation, then, you know, people would be like, oh my god, like, I can't believe he got that shape. And, you know, he's at an advantage. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the first round.
Yeah, so I won that one, so I just put it there, 1-0, so then we can just do it again. Because naturally, I like this concept. If this was the way how it's done for our Tetris tournament, which we couldn't do from the hack, but basically it's kind of the same as in the official Tetris tournament, whereby two players play on two separate Tetris gamepads on the original NES. They pretty much play for high score. Even if the person dies off, then the other person can keep on playing on and try to get a high score in that sense. But because when we did the Tetris tournament, it was just based on survivability, really. So the first one to die wins, really. I mean, no, the first one to die loses, so that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it feels as though now it's more even Stevens between me and Torao. Torao and myself haven't used any of the bombs yet. And also, there is a multiplayer system in this game as well, so I'm not too sure how it generally works. It's more easier in Geometry Wars 2 because there's like little geoms that you collect whenever a shape or object does die, to kind of explain the whole multiplier system. But I think the multiplier system basically is just that you just grab the change and links and stuff, generally speaking, and you'll just get better high scores and stuff.
I lose focus where I'm at.
Is it just because there's too much colors on the screen?
That's the thing with the Geometry Wars. Like, I mean, it's plus you're shooting as well. You already got the triple shot, and you know Torao's still stuck with the single right. It's gonna be, you know, even more disorienting.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more harder for Torao because his shots is going to be weaker compared to mine until you can actually hit the 10k mark.
Right,
And then it'll be easy on his side to actually shoot off and stuff. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So GG Torao.
Okay. Yeah. Hell shooter. Noah's good at him.
Alright, now...
We will actually do losers first, actually.
Okay.
Let me actually start the tournament and then just submit the scores real quick. So it was 2-1 and then 2-0.
Okay. Should be finishing in time.
Alright. And then Torao, could you stream it as well? Because I think it's you and Omen.
Yeah, you against
Yeah,
Omen now.
Okie dokie, Mr. Smokey. Just a moment.
So Omen's player 1. Okay.
Did you already? Are you already streaming it, Torao, or?
Just a moment.
I think Torao's coming soon.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Someone was asking about the Jason.
No worries. But yeah, it's gonna be a first 2 again.
Sure.
Alright.
Whatever you say. Alright. I have to turn my mode on and on. Yes. TheOmen. It's not Omen. It's Omen.
Oh, did I do it wrong? Oh,
It's like that.
No,
It's like, I mean, because we all, it's a gag. I mean, we have a running thing about calling him Omen, so we always forget the Omen. No, you're just an Omen in general, okay? You're just a very bad Omen.
so the red one is the Omen and the blue one is Torao, I assume.
Is that right? Who's got the 100? Who's got the 150?
Probably Omen. TheOmen, actually.
Yeah, you have to always put D, because if you don't put D, then Omen won't recognize you at all.
Right, exactly.
He'll be thinking that it's someone else that you're addressing.
And believe it, there are a ton of users that are using the name Omen, so it could be.
True.
Well, you're the only Omen in this server, so.
Nah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wait,
Not really.
no, if I remember correctly, there was another user that's called TheOmen as well, and Coach legitimately thought that I was participating in this.
Oh,
Oh.
really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
Huh.
What's that?
It's pretty neck and neck between the
What
two.
hell? Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. Damn it.
Also, Torao has got more higher score than the Omen as well. So Torao's hitting at 1.9k, whereby Omen's still sitting at 1.6, and Torao's broken the barrier of 2k now.
Now almost to 2,500.
However,
but
Torao,
he
yeah.
did. He's on his last life though. That's the.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be able to pull it off.
Come
Oh,
on.
nope.
Yep,
That's
both Torao and Omen's on their last life.
Yep. And so now it's pretty much like game point. Who's gonna make it?
So the advantage though is that Omen still has 3 of his bombs, whereby Torao has no bombs at all.
Yeah, but the thing is Omen going to use them or just get so overwhelmed that he automatically forgets in the moment of panic? Because I
True.
have seen that happen. I have seen that
Yeah.
happen.
True, very true. But still, it's actually pretty close between these guys.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, what happened there?
Oh,
You
that
just
was
got
lag!
stuck? Oh,
yeah. And Omen,
Damn
lost
it.
lag. Omen lost by technicality.
yep, the one lag spike killed Omen. It wasn't Torao that killed it. But yeah, whenever you're ready, Torao, you can die and then we can start the second
now
round. 'Cause you pretty much
Torao is
won.
just right. And Torao is just casually flexing his skills now. He's just like, well, let me get up to like 12k. Let me get up to 12k first.
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know he lost.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Usually, when you know when someone has died off, the screen focuses on your ship only, but we can always give you guidance whenever someone has died off or not, because we're watching it as well.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Omen with the early league. 200 to 125.
We just have to make sure that the Netflix needs to stop on Omen's side. And,
Right?
Oh, nobody's using Netflix at the time, so
Oh, okay.
that was
For
an
now.
ISP issue.
Yeah, we need to make sure the government stops, throttling his connection.
Oh man, I actually contacted them a second time and explain what happened. Oh goodness.
But they did fix your issue though with Fightcade, because
Yeah,
I believe
but
this
thing-
week,
Yeah,
yeah.
thing is, it rained on a Thursday and somehow went to shit again.
oh, I see.
So I had to contact them again for.
Uh-oh. Nice bomb there.
Oh, a double bomb.
Oh, that was really a double bomb?
Yeah, that was a double bomb. Torao and Omen hit it in the moment of panic.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
I've noticed as well though, with our first to twos on this game, they usually last for about more than 10 minutes or around 10 minutes. Like usually in a fighting game, like let's just say if we were playing Tekken 3, those matches would last about 3 to 4 minutes. But in this game, they're actually quite long.
Yeah, well, because the thing is unlike fighting games, you don't have footsies and all that, involved, so you're not
You
constantly
do.
trying to
You
poke.
do. They are just deemed differently, to be honest.
In this game, you're saying that we have footsies? No way.
Yes. Yes, we do.
I mean, Torao sometimes do say that certain other games are fighting games. I remember Torao saying that Gran Turismo is a fighting game at
What?
one point.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fucking car racing game is a fighting game, really? That's a first.
Alright, and Omen takes it.
1-1, huh?
Yep.
This is gonna be interesting. The thing is, anything that has conflict is a fighting game.
Anything that has what? Okay, I mean that's so basically what you're saying is that every game that Blue has hosted, even fucking Monopoly, is considered a fighting game. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much. It's just not a serious fighting game.
Okay,
basically.
Uno. I mean, come on, you can't
Yes.
classify that as.
Yes.
I mean,
I think,
well,
I think,
then
I think,
again-
honestly, this is what my concept of why he thinks it's a fighting game. Because
Yeah.
let's just say if you play Connect 4, yeah, and that person is getting his ass beat, yeah, in Connect 4, and then he loses so bad, he rage quits, and then he causes a fight right afterwards. He wants to beat up the guy so bad. That's why
I mean,
he causes a
it's
fight.
a fucking trigger. Every single game that Terrell plays is a potential trigger. So therefore, it's a fighting game.
Oh,
He actually
man.
gets up, like rage quits and fucking it gets into a verbal
I
spat.
mean, I guess Wheel of Fortune might not be a fighting game. Maybe.
Wheel
I
of
think
Fortune's
it's
still
a conflict there.
contestants that- yeah,
Because
I mean,
one
it's
person's
still-
gonna win the money at the end of the day, and then the other person's gonna be
Yeah.
pissed.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
And then
it's-
on top of that, you have a buzzer system. So, like, the person that answers the question correctly gets the money anyway. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we
you
go.
got out of it. I thought that was.
He lost.
I thought
He
the
lost a
wormholes-
life. He lost a
Oh,
life.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So the
Oh, okay, no
wormholes,
problem.
they suck you in, but they don't actually like destroy your ship.
Yeah, they
No,
destroy your
like-
ship there.
Oh, okay, because I didn't actually see him disappear, but I guess, and that's because he got sucked in.
Ah!
Oh, that was close. Damn, that was a nice save.
Torao is actually lagging behind in terms of the score, so he's nearly crossed it over to 2K, whereby Omen has reached over 4K. Both of these guys, well, Omen needs to reach about 5.5K to reach for the next upgrade for the Rapid.
Oh, and now they're both out of bombs, so now
Yeah.
they're at a severe disadvantage.
Okay.
Depending on how well they can maneuver.
Yeah.
'Cause it seems like Omen's kind of being very, very modest with the left stick, and then Torao is, kind of, well, a little bit more liberal.
However, the Omen's on his last life here, and Torao, even if
I
Omen
just
does
noticed
die first, Torao has to have like a really big catch up. So right now, Torao just needs just 1,000 more points now. So if he can actually make 1,000 more points, he can actually win it. You just need 900 now, Torao, and you can actually make it. You just need to sit. Yeah.
Damn. That was close. That was close, though. I mean, I don't know if you necessarily threw it, but.
No, I thought because he lost there was done.
Oh no. Even though he did die off, you still needed a higher score than him at the end of the day.
Doesn't matter. GG's.
Oh, by the way, Catherine Crash yesterday just hosted a Smash Melee on the Slippy.
Oh, nice.
And we're doing Smash Melee this upcoming week on the Slippy.
Yep.
Okay, so the next match we have is gonna be between myself and Gamer-animefan.
I'm not crazy about fucking Smash, but it is.
Oh, well, it is what it is.
I could just picture it. I mean, I could see it's coming. It's gonna be inevitably a rematch between me and Omen, and that's gonna be the biggest conflict. Because I know for a fact, me and Blue, I'm going to there's a 90% chance that I will lose.
I mean, when you was playing against Omen, it felt as though you was more comfortable. I think that was the best time I've ever seen you play the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, then again, I was a lot more quiet this time around because there's really not much to commentate on. Usually when I'm in fighting games, even though I'm playing against somebody and I'm personally playing, because I never actually mute myself in any of these tournaments. So when it's a fighting game, oh yeah, that's right. I didn't move my thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, now I did. I'm probably player 2 most likely.
There you go.
But yeah. During fighting games, whenever Omen or Torao or whoever catches me in the middle of something and I whiff punch, then I'm like, oh my god, it's a whiff punch and stuff. This one, I really don't have nobody to blame but myself. So that's kind of why. Let's see.
It's okay. The next tournament should be, equally as fun.
Yeah, my time to shine.
Yeah, I was talking about the Dead Alive 5 tournament earlier in the introduction and stuff, and it's going to be a great tournament for next week.
Well,
protect me, Blue. I mean, I know you have different, motives because you're trying to get quickly to 10k as possible.
Yeah, but what was you saying there, Omen?
Well, thank goodness the wedding that I'm gonna be in is on a Friday, so.
Oh, a wedding. Who's gonna be married?
Let's see. It's my stepfather's cousin actually.
Oh, cool.
My condolences, cousin.
What?
It's a joke I have with fucking weddings.
You almost had me, Blue. You almost had me.
Basically, me and my father have the opinion that when you get married, your life is over.
Oh shit! Damn it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So,
is that why they call women the ball and chain, so to speak?
Oh well. Doesn't necessarily mean that the woman is gonna command the husband. It might be the other way around, but it's never really an equal leap. There are very few instances.
The funny thing, Blue? Playing against you made me closer to 10k than I did when I was playing with Omen or Torao.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because
I mean, maybe you're good at hell shooters.
Ah shit! Damn it! I should.
No, it's just because generally now we sped up the pace and stuff because I'm at a higher score now. Basically now they're throwing out more enemies and he has to get more score now based on more extra enemies.
Once we have this fixed, this issue fixed, get ready to have a bunch team remote play tournaments.
Gotcha.
We're
this
just
is
What?
gonna
Oh, damn, I died.
we're just they just had like an unexpected error, so we had to cancel. So we had to cancel Deadly Alliance today. To be honest.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm aware of it.
So that is 1-0 to me.
Remember the DDoS attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the DDoS attack is connected with the fucking issue.
Oh, damn. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember Blood was DDoS, so he needs to make sure that
Well, the best case
that the
scenario-
PC is secures. It's mostly for the competitor, you guys, rather than for him. Like you can use it normally. It's just that.
Yeah, so out of curiosity, like around what score does everything just start once when you're playing with like two players and stuff, and let's say you're going on versus mode, around what score do you start feeling like that you might be a little bit in trouble?
Over 100k.
Over 100k.
Really? I would
Yep.
say 2K, but alright.
Yeah, 2k in your experience, but for me, it has to be over 100k. Naturally, for me, this is kind of like a warm-up session.
The thing is, you could probably
damn it.
like this. This game requires practice, nothing else. And
It
that's
does.
the thing.
Yeah, it does.
And that's the issue with the game, is that you can't exactly just pick it up and play. So you can't
I
do some
definitely
I mean, you
will say it
can.
is definitely a pick up and play game, but it's just the fact that some people it's easier for people that are new with the game to do much more of the game than some people have it more complicated, really. So that's
basically what you're saying, easy to pick up and play, hard to master, right?
I wouldn't even say hard to master. It's just the fact that
Every game is hard to master on one level or another. And Hell Shooter, no matter what you say, it's not easy to fucking master.
I wouldn't say it's easy to master or to say hard to master. It's the concept of really like yourself getting adapted to the game, really.
Yeah, but that's the thing. In order for you to master a game, you need to practice the game. And for you to practice the game, it's not easy. Practice the game. So, no matter how you look at it, it's hard to master.
I mean,
How
quite
hard-
honestly, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't really play this game often, but because I played other Swamp shooters in the past and stuff, that's why I'm so comfortable with it.
This game, I think that I heard that this game has the most difficult platinum.
Platinum, as in trophies. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, in terms of to platinum.
Remember how there are trophies on PS3 and PS4 and PS5?
Oh, this game wasn't on the PS3 though.
Yeah, then Geometry Wars, a certain version of Geometry Wars was.
Yeah, that was Geometry Wars 3.
I'll do that.
And yeah, that is it for this one, as that is 2-0. So that takes me to the grand finals on the winner's side. And now we're going to be doing loser's side between a rematch between Gamer-animefan and Omen. So Omen, whenever you're ready, you can connect. So this will be a first to two.
I called it. I called it. I knew it was gonna be a rematch between me and Omen.
I thought you would have felt like you would have got to like the 50k mark, but it was a bit too fast in the end.
Mm-hmm. You know, I consider if we're talking like the tournament aspect of things, I consider, you know, you Blue to be like the final boss of the level, and then Torao and Omen and everybody else involved are pretty much like sub bosses or mini bosses.
That is true, yeah.
Man, I gotta quit running into these shapes. You know, I get way too over ambitious.
Yeah, because the interesting thing is the fact. Oh,
Damn it, I can't move.
you can't move? Oh, did your controller disconnect?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a reset.
Okay, we'll do a reset then. Yeah, because I think on Omen's side that if he does move his wire a bit, his controller just disconnects.
You know, I had a similar issue, and then I just had to replace the USB. I mean, well, the hookup for it.
Oh, okay.
Because, well, for me, it's like you have to have a USB-C port in your PC, and then sometimes, you know, the cabling, they just, like the pins, they either get bent or twisted, so the controller doesn't necessarily pick it up anymore, and then your computer just thinks that you don't have the control connected when you actually do.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually my 50-foot my 25-foot PS4 controller, yeah, that had the issue. So I tried to connect it to my desktop, but it just wouldn't detect it, and then sometimes it would only do it for my desktop. It wouldn't do it for the PS4. So I guess sometimes maybe the components that are in the desktop, like the ports, they're a lot more sensitive than others. So
Oh yeah, that is an issue as well. So sometimes if you have overused a port, or there becomes like an outage of your electricity if you're trying to plug it in and stuff, then sometimes the ports do not stop working. But naturally, it is a case of USB wide controllers and stuff. So if you do have a wide USB controller and you are connecting to the PC and stuff, naturally your wires do become dysfunctional and stuff, and then certain stuff inside the actual circuit of the controller stops working naturally. So it's a natural thing whereby if you do play in a certain position and you're moving the wires too much, then yes, stuff in the controller does mess up. And the only thing you can do about it to solve the problem is to just pretty much buy a new controller, really. And I mean, some people do opt for wireless controllers, honestly, like for this countermeasure and stuff as well, that, you know, you just buy a wireless controller and you just have like an wireless adapter hooked up to your PC, so that way eliminates the wired controller issue. But at the same time, I think that with wireless controllers is one, the range of it, and then two, some people might be irritated by if there is any input delay as well, because, you know, you need the signal to be transferred around it. But naturally with wireless controllers, when I did use on the, you know, PS4 or 360, whatever console that has wireless around it, it's fine by me and my standards and stuff. So, and also with wireless as well, you have to charge it as well.
No! I'm fucking up. Okay, that's 1-0.
Okay, so... Okay, that's 1-0 then. To Omen. Now you must be thinking that, man, I should have just took the win that when Omen's controller disconnected. It would have been 1-1.
Yeah, it would have been, but then I'm just like, you know, that's not fair to Omen, so.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, regardless of, you know, if I win or lose, I just want to, you know, the tournaments to be fair, because I don't want, you know, future spectators to come in, anybody who's interested in participating in the tournaments for the future to think that, oh, well, you know, if you have, like, some technicality, then automatically the other person wins. Like,
true, yeah.
Because we already give participants a good, what, like 5-10, wait, like a 10-minute grace period? Or was it 5?
It's
15?
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, well, you know, 5 minutes is not much, but even then, you know, we still accommodate as best as we can, especially since, you know, since people have been participating in the tournaments for a while. So.
Yeah, so what we try to naturally do is that if we give people 5 minutes to show up as well, and then on top of it as well is that if we do have more participants on the road as well, we do other matches instead. So we kind of move around the brackets as much as possible, and it's even better when people tell us that there's going to be delays on there, and if they can't make it on time, then we can kind of switch people around. And yeah, naturally when there's more people around in the bracket, it will be much more of a better delay time for at least like 10 to 15 minutes. But even if they don't show up until then we just drop them to losers, and then they have more delay as well on top of it as well. So it's naturally how it is for any kind of tournament set out there, whereby if someone doesn't make it in time, they start out to losers, and then if they don't make it by losers, then they are out.
Yeah. God, the pink squares are just so fucking annoying.
Yeah, so the pink squares are pretty much basically you hit them and then two small ones come out of nowhere. And the thing is about the two small ones that come out of nowhere, they don't chase you. So the big pink one does chase you. It comes at a slow pace, kind of similar to the blue diamond. The fast one is, at the moment, it's the green one, where you guys are at. Once you guys get around to the 50k mark, that's when you'll start to see more annoying ones, whereby there's like kind of a doppelganger ship, where it's kind of like an enemy doppelganger ship, which is kind of red, and that will gradually chase you. Like really fast. Plus they have like a barrier as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I can see, Gamer-animefan is in his last life, and he's kind of lagging behind in terms of score, just about 2k behind Omen, so... But at the same time, Gamer-animefan has a bomb which he has used.
Damn, I already used.
But then at the same time
now
as
we're
well,
both on our last life.
Yeah, you guys on the last life as well, yeah. Okay, so Gamer-animefan, all you just have to do is just get 2,000...
Oh shit. Ah, damn it, I didn't even look at the score. Shit.
Yeah, if you just had 2,000 more points, you would have actually taken it there. But yeah, Omen actually wins it and takes it. So yeah, just you, Gamer-animefan, you just need to disconnect, and it'll just be me and Omen in the grand finals.
No problem. I still had fun, regardless. Even though that was a minor fuck up. So.
So now, it'll be a first to 3 in this course of action now. Okay, so hopefully this is all good, because it didn't actually refresh properly. Alright. Alrighty. Okay, so that's good.
I'm guessing I'm blue this time, right?
Yeah, you're blue this time.
Okay.
So it's natural in terms of grand finals is that if I win the first 3 games, then that will be it at the end of the tournament. If Omen wins the first 3 games, then the actual bracket gets reset. So I think the last time that me and Omen was in the grand finals was in, I believe
it's Kohima.
Yeah.
It's Kohima Embu.
Yeah, Kohima Embu. Yeah, which was your
Oh,
second
shit.
game of choice. Oh, lucky there. I mean, the good thing about like the early parts of Geometry Wars when you are playing a multiplayer is that you can just pretty much stand in one position and just allow the actual enemies to come to you, I guess, and you're pretty much safe clearing there. Oh, that was a weird mistake by me, dying in that 2.5k.
Oh, come on!
Alright, let's destroy this wormhole real quick. destroying wormholes in this game is the main priority. Whenever you ever see a wormhole, you just destroy it as soon as possible because it becomes a huge problem when it doesn't get destroyed. Oh, and that's it. Alright, Warner to me. Yeah, and also in this game, like, you can't actually manually pause. I don't know why, but yeah, because it's kind of like an arcade game, it's like you have to just keep on playing until you die, really. So there's no mode in this game whereby, like, you can pause at any moment. So if you do need to go to the restroom, you might as well just die, because you're just going to be there for a long time.
That would suck if it's like a major tournament where money's on the line and then all of a sudden, you know, you have to go pee.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be sucky.
Yeah, it's like 10K on the line, and then you're pretty much neck and neck with your opponent, and then all of a sudden, you know, you got your bladder, like, because you thought you could hold it, but the game went on too long.
True, true. Oh, and Omen just lost a life there.
Did I? Oh, I didn't know. Damn it.
Yeah, you got hit by the green shape. The trickiest shape in the beginning, really. Because if you ignore the green shape, they'll just come after you. And then even when you try and shoot them, they're just going to evade your attack until you corner them.
Oh, come on!
So right now I'm at 6K points, whereby Omen's at 1K, and that is it for the second game. Alright, so that is 2-0 to me and TheOmen. If I take it this one, then that will be the end of the tournament. So we still actually haven't hit 10K mark yet in the grand finals to see an actual weapon upgrade. I love how that with this game as well, there's multiple different soundtracks for the multiplayer mode, so it's not always the same music that's always playing. This is just covered by the Galaxies mode soundtrack, whereby there are, I believe, 10 different Galaxies in this game, which actually has 10 different music in this game. But in the multiplayer mode, they actually randomize it.
Damn it!
Oh, and Omen is down to his last life here. But Omen does have 3 bombs. Oh, nice bomb there. Because I was actually going to knock that green guy into you. And that is it. Let me just kill myself here. Okay, I mean, you can disconnect, and we are done.
Gotcha. Okay, there we go.
Alrighty, let me put the scores in and announce the final results. Alright, so I actually have the final results up on the screen. So in first place is myself, in second place is TheOmen, and in third place was Gamer-animefan, and in last place was Torao. So thank you guys so much for taking part in the Geometry Wars Galaxies tournament. Hopefully we do actually have more type of these tournaments in the future, if there is any more interest to these. I know there's a few people in our Discord server that wants to have these games as more to do so in this server, whereby we do more Geometry Wars tournaments and stuff. But to them, I will say, if they do try to compete in a few more tournaments and then they can have their own game of choice, then they can choose Geometry Wars as much as they want. So I did tell them that in the Discord, but I also say that in the recording as well, just to let anyone else that is familiar with this server, or they do want to join and participate in any of these tournaments that we do here on a weekly basis. Because naturally we are doing a constant stream of doing official tournaments on one end, and then also we are doing game of choices on the other end. So pretty much throughout the whole summer we will be most likely be doing 2 tournaments at the same time around that. But yeah, this was a great tournament overall, and hopefully for the next tournament that you guys do see on the channel, which will be in about an hour's time, you guys will actually have some enjoyment as well with this next tournament that we do have. But without further ado, I will be ending the recording here, so take care everyone and have a good one.